Good morning, everybody. This is Richard. I hope everybody's having a good Friday morning, getting ready for the weekend. Annie, where you going? Good morning, Annie. She's stretching. It's real early in the morning, but we're ready to get started. We got Trent down here pulling a transfer case out of an Allison. It's got a broke adapter in between the transmission and the transfer case. And here, look like this. You can see that it just poured all kinds of fluid out.
Oh, you want to see the big old crack?
Can you see the crack, Trent?
I think we can on our other side. Can't see
Let's
it
see if
there.
we can get over here.
Let's see. Okay, right in there. Can you see in there?
Let me see if I can zoom in to that.
Yep, right there.
Yeah, do you see that crack?
Right there is where the crack starts.
Yeah, you kind of see it there.
Yep.
Big
Yes,
old
sir.
crack. But what caused it is we have a bad carrier bearing, of course. The carrier bearing has let the drive shaft slide forward and butt up against the transfer case, all the way up against the seal. You can see
That's
that
it.
right there.
Look at this. U-joint's totally gone. Cap is.
Oh yeah, look at that U-joint.
Here, look right here.
Oh, let me zoom in on it right here. That top one's really bad too. See that U-joint, guys?
I think the bottom one's worse.
Yeah, the bottom part was even worse. So that's why it broke that adapter. Plus the carrier bearing is slid all the way up to the front too. So we're gonna pull the drive shaft out and have it totally redone. Trent's already got it marked, but we'll get it back brand new, all new U-joints and rebalanced and everything like that. And we've already got a new adapter sitting over here on the table. We'll put new seals in the transfer case and new fluid and stuff like that too. So it's gonna be a pretty fun job. Trent will be busy all day.
I'll be videoing it. We'll
There
see
you
y'all
go.
later.
We got our Caprice rear end parts all coming. Should be here this morning. We should be able to get started on it. We got this beautiful Corvette that come in all the way from Navascotia, I believe it's called, Texas. David, we appreciate you bringing this. This thing's got a 383 stroker motor in it. Ended up twisting the shafts off. We're not sure which shaft yet, but it doesn't move anymore forwards or backwards. So we got all kinds of billet shafts. Hopefully we're going to be putting in this and the Sonex Planetary too. So it'll make it a really nice vehicle. We got our four-wheel drive 4L60E out. We're going to be looking at the converter lockup issues, map sensor issues, stuff like that. So that's it right here. We're going to be doing a video on it, tearing down when Miss Teresa gets back. Trent asked me, he said, "Dad, how long have you been building 4L60Es?" I said, "Well, son, here's all of my input seal installers that I've thrown away, or I've just keep them all every time I buy a new one. But these are the seal installers like that. These are all wore out, and then there's some I've probably thrown away already. This is my newest one here, and then my aluminum one here. Now this aluminum one, it shrinks it down really beyond what just too much. I'll do it a couple times with it and pull it back off. You can just see it on really tight, or if you put a brand new stator on it, you know, it'll just fall on. You don't even feel no seal grabbing. So my aluminum one, to me, shrinks them way too far. So I got a new one here that sizes them down to where I need it to be, and then I'll check it with a new stator right here. Do it that way. So that works out really good there. But you can see I've been doing hundreds. I mean, you can probably do 200 4L60Es with each one of these and be fine. But that's quite a few. And then I have my stator ring resizers here too that resizes the rings on the stator like that. This is my newest one here. Fits really nice and tight. So you could imagine how many trannies I've had to do to wear all of these out here too. So that tells you, we've done so many 4L60Es. But then you get over here, and I was showing the gentleman on the Corvette how you can twist these output shafts off on these 4L60Es real easy and destroy your 5-pinion planet. See, and I have a 5-pinion planet here, and then we have a Sonex planet here. Now this is a world of difference when you put these guys this planet in there, guys, let me tell you. But you don't want to put a Sonex planet on a stock shaft. You want to put your billet shaft in there. That way the output shaft don't break and destroy your billet planet. Now look at the difference in the sun gear size. Night and day difference. That's where they get that gear configuration to where your tachometer drops pretty much. Sorry guys, I bumped my phone button again. I'm trying to do this by myself, but you can see the difference in the sun gears right there. Big difference. This is a well worth spending the money. It's not cheap, it's expensive to do, but when you do it, put a billet output shaft in there too. In the same way, you know, if you're making a lot of power, go ahead and put your Sonex input drum and stuff in here too, because if you don't break it here, you're going to break it here. So you want to do all that. But I also got something here that come in the door that I wanted to show you. On your 46, 47, 48 RE, stuff like that, this is the output shaft for the tranny. Now you can see how somebody modified this with a big old grinder, put these big old notches in there, just destroyed the shaft. When you come over here and you look at the original hole size compared to what they did, look at the difference. Now when you put these holes so big in here, now this is going to be your supply hole because this comes right off the cooler line in the rear case support. But when you do this right here, you dump so much fluid out here and lose so much pressure that your other holes are going to just be weak no matter how you look at it. They have these holes shrunk for a reason, to maintain pressure too and volume. So when you make them this big, all your fluid falls out here, doesn't even come out this hole, and that's why the shaft's black and burn up the rear planet. So, but you can see how bad they destroyed that by doing that. I couldn't believe it when I pulled it out of a unit. So, that's a little deal there I wanted to kind of throw at you. Your 200 4R, guys, 200 4Rs. Here's the center support tool right here. Let me get my camera where you can see it. That thing's a dinosaur. I've had it for years. Still use it every so often. And then we have the 125 front wheel drive tool, support tool too. These are really old too, that I've had a long time. So, and then of course I have a bucket of old impacts, drills, more impacts, air ratchets, more impacts, air ratchets, impacts, grinders, impacts. I think I've been through a few impacts and stuff in my days too, so I think we've been around for a long time. That's probably not even half the ones I probably throw away. But thought it'd be a pretty cool video, show you kind of guys what how long I've been doing this. So quite a long time. So Trace will be back here in a minute. We'll get another video coming. We'll get this 4L60E tore down and get us an idea of what's going on with it. And we got our Caprice differential right here. We got all the gears and stuff that'll be here just shortly, and we're going to get started on putting it back together, the new policy and stuff. So y'all stay tuned. Be back shortly.